Welcome back to FDVN channel. In today's video, we will introduce a new lesson on the topic of elements of legal writing. First lesson is about articles. Articles in English include the and un. And un are indefinite articles. Is used when mentioning something for the first time. For examples, a client walked into the office. Un is used in the same circumstances but only where the following word begins with a vowel. For example, an attorney walked into the office. The is the definite article. It is used when referring to something already mentioned before. For example, the client then sat down, or when referring to something that is the only one of its kind. For example, the sun, or when referring to something in a general rather than specific way. For example, the internet has changed our way of life. Important note: in some circumstances, articles should be omitted. For example, when a sentence links two parallel adjectival phrases, the article should be omitted from the second phrase. Here is an example. The judge ruled that Clocus Ltd was a validly registered and an existing company. In addition, when using certain abstract nouns in a general, conceptual sense, it is not necessary to use an article to precede the noun. For example, in the event of conflict between the definitions given in Appendix 1 and the definitions given in the contract shall prevail. Here we have some exercise. Now correct these sentences below by adding articles as appropriate. 1. Parties signed contract today after having discussed price. 2. Lawyer about whom I spoke arrived at meeting too late to advise about amount of damages company could get. 3. If there is telephone call for me about case, put it through. 4. Client said that Roggins was inefficiently run and unprofitable company. 5. Mobile phone has revolutionized way in which firm does business. Second lesson is about prepositions. Prepositions are words used with a noun or pronoun, which show place, position, time or method. Prepositions such as to, in, from, between, after, before, etc. normally come before a noun or pronoun and give information about how, when, or where something has happened. For example, she arrived before lunch, I traveled to London. The preposition between should be followed by an object pronoun like me, him, or us, instead of a subject pronoun such I, she, and we. There are no clear rules to follow, but some examples of common usages are set out below. 1. The parties to this agreement. 2. The goods must be delivered to the purchaser. 3. The commencement/termination of this agreement. 4. The price list set out in Schedule 1. 5. Royalties will be paid in accordance with this agreement for a period of 5 years. 6. The goods must be delivered within 14 days. 7. The company agrees to provide training for service. 8. The agreement may be terminated by notice. 9. An arrangement between the seller and the buyer. 10. It is agreed that the goods will be collected from the seller's warehouse at 21 Redwoods Road. 11. It is agreed that the goods will be collected from the seller's warehouse on Redwoods Road. 12. Interest will be charged on any unpaid installments after the expiration of a period of 28 days from the date hereof. 13. He was charged with murder. 14. The property at 2 Pond Road is sold with vacant possession. It is important to note that in certain circumstances it may be possible to use more than one preposition, and that there may be small but important differences in meaning between them. For example, the sentence, "The goods must be delivered within 7 days,"
is subtly different from, the goods must be delivered in 7 days.
The use of the word within makes it clear that the goods may be delivered at any time up to the 7th day, while the word in implies that the goods should be delivered on the 7th day. Here is some more exercise for you. Now replace the missing prepositions in the gaps in the following sentences. 1. 10 units must be delivered, the buyer. November 30th. 2. This agreement can be terminated, giving not less than 14 days notice, writing. 3. Rent will be paid, accordance, this agreement. 4. This is an agreement, the parties to the contract. 5. The goods are to be moved, the defendant's warehouse no later. August 28th.